Hi everyone, so we're doing a 10-minute ab workout today. Yay! I know some of you will be looking forward to that one. Before we get started, I just wanted to make you aware we're actually staying in a place called Normanville, which is just near, like the next little town on from Yankalilla, which is in the, let me get this right, I have to think about this word every time I go to say it, Flores Peninsula. Okay, which is the second peninsula along on the South Australian coastline. Absolutely beautiful here. Hills, lakes, bushland, beaches, views. It's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, if you wanted a trip out one day, come out, have a weekend away or a long weekend away or a week away, whatever. This little cottage behind me is actually a B&B. So they offer that as accommodation. So if you're interested, have a look at the end of this clip and you'll have a look inside and you'll get some information about it. Okay, other than that, let's get those tummies going. Remember, if you find that it's not challenging enough, then you can always do it again, or you can do more repetitions of things. I'll do my best to make it challenging for you. If you find it too challenging, then always just drop back how many you're doing, okay? We shouldn't have sore backs while we're doing this. That is super important. What we should feel are the tummy muscles working, okay? So of course, as you can see, I'm down here on the floor. So we're all going to start down here. We're going to start with a plank, and I'm going to go through the levels. You know what a plank is, so you choose the one that suits you the best. All right, so first easiest plank you can come to would be here on your knees and your wrists, okay? You lift it away from the floor. The angle of your back should be from head to tailbone, one straight line here. You can feel the shoulders and upper body working, and you can feel the tummy muscles gently starting to switch on. But if you can't feel any of that going on, you can always take this plank a little bit harder, tucking the toes and lifting the knees off the floor. This position here, your shoulders are back. And again, there should be no pressure in your lower back at all. If your bum is up too high, you're going to feel it all in the upper body and nothing in the tummy. By dropping that bottom down, head line to heel is one straight line, and you can feel the tummy muscles working as well as the upper body. Okay, so you can hold this position and just hold them as long as you can. Now, if that's too much on your wrists or you want to make it a little harder, you can always come down onto your elbows. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. You should all be holding a plank at this point while I'm talking. Tailbone is tucked under. Because we're closer to the ground now, we have our back nice and flat, just like a table. Okay, so it's not on that seesaw sort of angle. Belly button drawing back. Tummy muscles are working a little bit harder. You can still feel the shoulders working though. And the hardest plank that you could do would be to be down on your elbows, pushing back through the heels with your knees lifted off the floor. This one's going to put a lot more pressure through your lower back, so you've really got to engage those tummy muscles and make sure you keep breathing. If you feel anything in your back, you downsize your plank, okay? Down level it, downgrade. All right, so we're going to slowly stretch back into child's pose now after that little plank that has switched on those tummy muscles. Good. Then we're going to take those hands out nice and wide, and you can do this on your fists, and I'm going to. It is up to you. Just keep in mind when you are on your fists, you will end up feeling those arms work a little quicker and a little harder. Find a plank line. Again, I'm going to do this from a beginner position first, belly button back, and we're going to slowly lower down towards the floor and then push back up. Yes, the upper body is working. No, the back should not be sore at all. It should be nice and flat as you hinge at the hips. If you can't feel the tummy work at all here, take those knees back a step and go again. Okay, you can take this to that position where your hips are dropped into that straight line from head to knee now. Good, and of course I'm going to have to come on the flat hands now. You can always do this from a full plank position, which I'm not even going to attempt because my shoulders and my elbow just say no, please don't do that. So listening to your body, you choose the plank that push up that suits you. Good, and we'll do a couple more, and we're going to say that that's roughly 10. So if you're counting, you can stop when you get to 10. And we're going to stretch it back into child's pose again. Good, we're going to stretch those wrists out. Good work. We're going to come down onto our side. We're going to bend both knees. We're going to lift the rib cage. Instantly you're using these muscles here, your waistline muscles. Okay, we want to make sure that elbow is underneath the shoulder and the shoulders are back. Good, hips are stacked. And we're going to reach towards the ceiling with the arm and that leg. Now, the reason I use my arm is because it just makes you feel a little lighter. If your arm is here, you can very easily start to sink. Okay, so reach up and then lower down. Now, you don't have to do a lot of these. You don't have to hold it for too long. Okay, if 1 or 2 is enough, then please stop there. If you want to make it a little harder, stretch that top leg out. When you come down though, it should still be stretched. None of this lazy leg stuff. Reach it, because otherwise you're going to start to sink through this waistline. And that's what we're working on here. Okay, want to go harder? You've got both legs straight. Alright, a lot more pressure in the shoulder when you're doing this one, a lot more work through that waistline. Okay, good, and we'll lower down. From here, I'm going to get you to take that to the other side so we can work on the other side of the waistline. Again, starting back at that beginner position, hips are stacked. Lift that rib cage first, really important. You cannot be sitting down here when you do a plank like this. Shoulder needs to be back, okay? Think about your posture. Pull up, belly button to the spine, and pull up. We want to be nice and light through the center as well, especially as we come back down onto the floor. So if you're landing super heavy, you've got to think about where your core's at, your pelvic floor. Stretch that top leg out if you're making it harder. Keep it stretched out even as you lower the hips. And again, same thing, you should be tapping really lightly as you come down. And even if both legs are stretched out here, when you come down, it's really gentle. This is where you can feel it working in through that waistline. Belly button back. Yes, you can feel the shoulder working too. Good. I'm going to call that even because I'm not sure how many we did, but we're going to say between 5 and 10 of those ones. Good. Okay. Let's roll straight onto our back. Bring your knees into your chest. Good job. I feel like I'm downhill, so that should make my tummy work harder. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do is bring your chin into your chest here, stretch out your right leg and hold on to that left leg. And then the lower you take that leg, the harder you work. Don't touch the ground with that straight leg. And change. 1 and 2, 3, 4, tummy sinking, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold it. I want you to support that neck now. Twist your body so that the opposite elbow is to the knee and change sides. 2, 3, tummy sinking, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For those that, I think I finished on the wrong leg. For those that want to go again, tummy sinking down, changing 1, 2, keep that tummy sinking, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower that head to the floor. Bring those legs up to tabletop, arms out to the side. Keep that tummy sinking down. We're going to twist to the right. Hold it there and twist to the left. You can do this with your feet on the floor if it hurts your back at all. Like I said earlier, nothing should be hurting your back. If you want to make it harder, stretch the legs when they get to the side, then bend them again, and then roll through. And hold, stretch, and bend, and roll. So you don't have to do this part. You can do this with your feet on the floor. Completely up to you. Good. Come back to the center. Bring the arms by your side. We're going to try and lift that bum. So we'll cross the right leg over the top and lift 1, 2, 3. Use your tummy, don't swing the legs. Good. Change those legs over, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Good. Bring those knees to your chest. Place your hands on your knees and push those legs into tabletop. Chin into the chest. If that hurts your neck, just leave your head on the floor. Opposite arm and leg, extending 1, and 2, and 3. Now the whole time that tummy is sinking as we move from one movement to the next. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and we should hopefully be starting to feel those tummy muscles working here, especially when I lose count. Let's do one more on each side. Let's call that 10. Bring the knees into the chest. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hold that left leg, chin to the chest. Keep your head on the floor if you need to, and change legs. And 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold. Support the neck and twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold. Bring the head to the floor, legs to tabletop, arms to the side, and twist. Feet to the floor if you need to, leg extensions if you want to make it harder. And over. We did 6 of these. As you roll through the center, feel that lower back rolling along the floor. Slowly through. We've got one more on each side now. Take your time, don't rush it. Just because we're moving from one movement to the next straight away doesn't mean we need to go super fast. Good, coming back to the center. Bring the knees into the chest, pull them in. Hands on the knees, push the legs back up. Chin to the chest if you want to. Opposite arm and leg for 10. And 9. And 8. And 7. You can feel those legs working too. 6. And 5. 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Bring the knees in again. Good. Alright, take your feet to the floor. Arms by your side. Deep breath out, curling up for 10. Support your neck if you need to. I do feel like I'm trying to push uphill here. 5 more. 1, 2, maybe my tummy muscles are just switched off. 3, 4, 5. Support the neck. Bring the right leg in, twist towards it, and stretch it all out. 1 and 2. I like to do this with my head off the floor the whole time. You can take your head to the floor in between if you like. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're changing legs now. And across and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Lower the head, arms by your side, legs back to tabletop. And if you want to, cross the right leg over the top. And we lift the bum for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you had your legs crossed, change that cross. And off we go. 5, 4, 3, tummy sinking. 2, last one. Good, feet to the floor, curling up for 10. 9, support your neck if you need to. 8, we're nearly finished. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Support the neck and we twist across and stretch. 1, 2, yeah, those tummy muscles are nice and warm. 3, 4, 5 more. Last one. Good, and changing legs, in and out. 1, 2, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good work. All right, knees to your chest, roll up, balancing if you want. There you go. All right, so that's roughly 10 minutes and that's your abs. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to stretch for those abs, great one would be to stretch here. It'll also get into that lower back as well. Give those abs a good stretch out so you're not in too much pain later every time you laugh or cough. Belly button back. Good work. Sitting comfortably, you can also do some little side stretches to get into those side waistline muscles that we worked on as well. Good job. All right, well done everyone. And stay tuned on this video if you want to learn a little bit more about this B&B cottage behind me. Otherwise, I'll speak to you all again soon. See you later.